than hobbyists.
Recorded live at the Buxton Palace Hotel. Questions and answers with RC So-and-so.
Welcome to another RC So-and-so little chat and discussion. We've got squeaky furniture.
Very modern, Victorian-esque
Regency
bedroom.
We are away at the moment in Buxton. It's the middle of July and it's the wettest I've ever seen it in my life, which isn't really ideal for making videos for YouTube.
No. Got to Macclesfield, raining. Got to Buxton, raining. And it's
Still raining, yeah. So we're going to do some filming tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Well, we're going to have to, or this YouTube nonsense is going to dry up.
Dry.
Well, hopefully they will. Yeah. Ironically, just as a side, and I've been going on about this all day, we're in Buxton, which is known for its mineral water. So in the hotel room, they've given us a bottle of Harrogate mineral water and a bottle of Hydro Life. Drink well, live well, be happy. I've no idea where that one's from.
Has it got Live, Laugh, Love on the back?
Live, Laugh, Love, yeah.
And also we've got pink water, but I don't know where that's come from.
No. So I've taken upon myself to buy 2 bottles of Buxton water.
Because we're in Buxton.
And a can of a brand of cola.
So what do you think of Buxton?
I'm not impressed.
No. I think it's quite nice. Nice little town. Good bars. Good eateries.
There's lots of bars, there's lots of restaurants.
There's not much for High Street.
Nothing, I know we got here at 5, so nothing's open.
We went into the bank.
Oh yeah, had a few rums.
Yeah, the bank is now a pub.
Yeah, fancy wine bar.
So you can't draw out money.
But we drew out cash. Not cash, drink. But it's not amazing.
No. But last time I came to Buxton about 4 years ago, it was raining. Same as today.
Well, last time I came to Buxton, about 34 years ago, or no, it wasn't that long ago, 32 years ago, let's be safe, it was a glorious day. Yeah. We went to Blue John Caves, famous for stalactites and stalagmites. I might have them the wrong way round. And then we came into Buxton. No idea why. But
you probably looked at a freshwater spring.
Well, our school, we had proper random school trips because very famously there was one where in the morning we went to Osmere Port Boat Museum, and then in the afternoon we went to Old Trafford where Manchester United play football. Why, I still don't know. But yeah, that's the thing with school trips, is what you get, I suppose.
We used to go to Welsh Mountain Zoo.
That's where they only had rats, wasn't it?
I think they had rats. Yeah. It was very wet when we went there as well.
Was Welsh Mountain Zoo the one that had the papier-mâché dinosaurs, or was that somewhere else?
No, that was Colwyn Bay. That was Dinosaur World. Colwyn Bay.
Because I vaguely remembered the papier-mâché dinosaurs.
Yeah. They were massive.
Yeah, they were.
And outside.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Probably why they're not there anymore now.
Probably. But we saw something interesting before.
Did we?
Yeah, the freshwater Buxton spring.
Oh yeah.
A fella turned up. Do you get out of the car?
Yeah, so a lady drove the car. He bundled himself out of the car with a big bag for life and 5-litre water bottles and made a beeline to the free water for which Buxton's known for.
Yeah.
And
filled the bottles.
Filled his bottles up. Much to the dismay of the tourists who were waiting to have a go in the water. But
I don't think it's sparkling either where it comes out, is it?
I don't know. Perhaps he's got one of those stupid discs that you put in for. That's the thing, because, right, at schools now, the kids can only take in water, which I've got no issue with. But there's big to-dos about them taking in cordial. So some bright spark out there has invented a water bottle that you put a flavoured disc on the top of it.
No, like £35 each or something.
And God knows how much the discs are as well.
£5 a week, I think they work out at.
Well, this is the thing. If you're drinking water through a disc, how do you clean it? Because
they're disposable, they've got flavour in the discs.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you've been drinking out of it for a week,
yeah.
So you've been drinking through the same disc for a week, isn't that not like washing a water bottle? Because I don't know.
I don't know how it works, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think you put the flavour disc in, and it lasts for so many litres of water.
But you're still drinking the water, so it's like a Monday, you could have a cold.
Yeah.
For instance. Or
and the disc gets infected.
The disc gets infected, so for the rest of the week you would theoretically get better for Thursday. But on Friday, you're still drinking the water through the disc.
We'll have to ask.
I don't know a disc expert. I know a plastic expert, because I know, ironically, on the last Q&A we did, I ended up waffling on about plastic water bottles. So there does seem to be a bit of a theme.
There is a theme going on.
There is a theme.
Definitely.
Speaking of themes, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so
we've had questions.
We've had questions, so I'm going to go on to my handheld device.
Yeah.
And you entertain the audience, and I'll look for the.
Yeah. So recently, as you're aware, RC so travel around in the van. I'll give you a bit of history on the van.
There's a lot of it.
There is a lot of history. I bought a camper. Now, I had a camper years ago. Well, when I say a camper, it was a Nissan Vanette. It was a Spanish import. And me and my friend here used to go on many journeys in it. Didn't have a proper bed. We'd stick a mattress in the back, stick a load of booze in, and off we go. We had many adventures all around the country, many different festivals. I can't remember in the last video if we said about when we went all the way to Bristol.
Yeah.
Went to a party.
Couldn't spell giraffe.
Couldn't spell giraffe. Spent the afternoon in the back of the van in a suburban street in...
Were you drinking Di Serrano?
Yeah, a bottle of Di Serrano neat. Yeah.
It smelled like marzipan.
Yeah. And...
that's on trend again now. All the kids drink Dizzy.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they call it Dizzy.
Dizzy, wow.
Because it makes you dizzy.
I think a bottle then was probably about £6. It's probably about £98.
A big square lid thing on the top.
But we drove all the way to Bristol for this house party.
Mm.
In Clifton it was. Quite posh area.
By the Spenny Bridge.
And so we're there outside these multi-million-pound houses or whatever they are. We popped into the party, didn't we, in the afternoon to see the host.
Yeah.
We were like, hi, hello, all this. We'll be back later. So we popped to a pub, had a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the bottle of Dissy, and you had a bottle of something. What was it?
I can't remember, to be perfectly honest.
We had a bottle each of something. So we're sitting in the back of the van drinking these bottles, chatting away, having a laugh. And before we knew it, it was the next morning. We woke up in the van, we missed the entire party. And
Desperate for a way.
Desperate for a way.
Oh my God, we so needed a way.
Yeah. And the van had all steamed up because I think it was autumn time, maybe.
Yeah, it's
so it wasn't warm.
October.
And we were in the back of this van on a mattress similar to the one at Hellraiser. So yeah, that's, but anyway, bought a new camper, but no traffic.
Not been to Bristol, innit?
No, not yet. 1997, only done 40,000 miles. Great condition. So that's a new RC snowmobile. I think we got a ghost. Or someone's just trying to get in through the door.
Right, let's go to the first question.
Let's do a question.
Because I know last time we nearly waffled on for 2 hours, and I think people would needed a wee, especially after it.
Yeah, I might go in a minute.
Well, yeah, just close the door.
So, where's the questions?
So, right, first question. They're not in any particular order, so I apologise for people that got there in early doors. But the first one on my list here is Yoda Dark Green Hawks RC.
Okay.
Hey lads, I know you like your CW01s, and I'm fully aware that they are not designed for speed, but wondering, what is the fastest motor you have ever ran in a lunchbox? And then they said they once put a 13 turn in one. It wasn't very stable, but it was jolly good fun. So yeah,
Right. So,
for me, the torque tune. But
yeah, the lunchboxes run perfectly on torque tuned. I don't think you need anything more. Silver can, not enough. I did put sport tuned in originally after I had the Blackfoot, vintage Blackfoot, with sport tuned in. Then put the sport tuned in the lunchbox for a couple of weeks. And I didn't like it. It was not
enough go.
Yeah, it was. It just didn't feel right. So then I put a torque tune in, superb. Then when I bought the second lunchbox, I put all the aluminium hop-ups in. I put a 17.5 turn e-tronics motor in it. And it was crap. Excuse my language. But yeah.
It didn't do the job.
It didn't. It had speed, but it just wasn't as responsive or as good as the Tamiya torque tune motor.
See, I've often thought, because obviously massive fans of the BZ, love a BZ motor myself, and I've often thought about whacking a BZ motor into a lunchbox, but I don't really.
It'd be instant wheelie. It'd be uncontrollable.
I struggle sometimes, really, because obviously this will then naturally lead on to you want to go brushless and all that kind of jazz, but I don't.
With the torque tune motor, though, you do get it does wheelie when you accelerate. So if you had a BZ in it, it'd just be on its back.
I think ultimately, it kind of answers the question, but I think the point that we're trying to get to is with your lunchbox, if you're running a brushed setup, the torque tune, that's the sweet spot. That's the Goldilocks effect to go into a sci-fi term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got enough speed. You can handle it. Because the worst thing you can do is not handle a lunchbox.
Yeah.
If you can't handle it, what's the point?
Yeah. There we go.
If it's permanently wheeling or on its back, where's the enjoyment?
Because you've got to go over and kick it over.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that hopefully answered. So our next question is from Mergin 1975. What was 1975 like?
I was in the womb.
Right, okay.
Not this womb.
Let's move on from speech impediments. Any chance we will see the TD2 Astute on your channel? I have one, and it's a dream to drive. Also, do you have any suggestions on which transmitter to use for multiple models? Furthermore, do you think I should sell my original Tamiya Grasshopper, Frog, and Keen Hawk to raise some funds to buy the Tamiya BBX, or do you think I will forever regret it? So, Astute.
I don't think I'd ever buy one.
I don't think I would.
No.
If I did, it's because I've got this idea, which actually my dad gave me this idea. I would probably do it and make it look more like a Lotus Super 7.
That's a nice idea.
Doing green, having nice like yellow racing strap up the front, but take it to Port Maddock for that thing we were discussing.
Oh yeah.
So that hopefully answers your Astute question.
Yeah.
Second part of that is the transmitters for multiple vehicles.
Depends how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
If you want something like yours.
Yeah, because I use a
Sanyo.
Sanyo. I don't know why I couldn't remember what it's called then. I use the Sanyo M5, I think.
Sanyo.
Samwa. Something. I've got a sticker that's about this big. It's like, what RC do you stick that on? So I've got a Samwa M5, I think, which is really great, but it is far too technical for what I do.
And the receiver's too expensive.
And the receivers cost a fortune. Whereas you are quite fond of having
Google RC.
multiple transmitters all over the place.
I've got 4.
Works.
I've got 4 transmitters.
Mm-hmm.
And each transmitter will do up to 20 cars. And the receivers is 2 for a tenner.
If I had my time again, I would probably get that. What's that one called? It's grey. It's got like a bottom to it. Should have done some research on this. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Sounds like kind of Kestrel Super Snuff.
To stop me fluffing whatever this up, here is a picture of the transmitter that I'm talking about. I'll edit it in.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
There we go. So if I had my time again, this is what I'd get.
Whereas me, the Google RC, I think is a great controller. It's simple to use. It's got everything you need. I think it's around 30 quid for the actual controller and 1 receiver, transmitter and 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And then receivers, like I said, 2 for a tenner on eBay. And they do the job and they've never let me down.
But you can also get those, are these Sky?
Gulski.
No, it's Sky something.
Sky.
It's like orange ones.
Oh, yeah.
Proper banged.com or whatever it is.
But
they do up to 40 models, I think.
Yeah. A lot of the cheaper makes, even though they're cheaper, some of them do a job.
It's like, it depends on how many cards you got. It's like with mine, I can put a memory card in it and it can do like 1 billion cards or something. Will I ever need that? No.
How much faffing around is it?
Well, exactly, yeah, this is it. So it depends how many cards you've got and how much you want to put into it. And answering the third question, I would probably not sell your original ones, your grasshopper, your frog, and keen hawk. I'm not sure what a keen hawk is, but
I'd get rid. Sorry to say it, but my experience of vintage RC, I'd get rid and buy new. I would. I know that people love vintage RC, put them on a shelf or use them.
I just go brittle over time.
I just don't think the quality's there.
It's like the BBX. It's like, I will quite happily say I would love a BBX.
What if it's a dead duck then? Why 6 months time everyone's got used to it now? So as good as we thought it'd be.
Sell it and buy it.
Because how much is the retail price for a BBX?
They're 2 something. 230-ish maybe. I don't know.
It all depends on handling as well, doesn't it? Is it going to be a nice vehicle to handle?
I don't know. I'd have to handle one.
We'd have to try one.
So,
but yeah.
So to answer your question, maybe.
If it was me, I'd sell them.
Yeah.
Because if it's in your head to sell them.
It depends. If it's running all old radio gear and everything like that, by the time you've updated everything, you could have...
How much do you use them?
Yeah.
If you're not using them.
Yeah, And again, if this would impact a multi-use controller, and if you sell all those by 1 BBX, then you only need 1 controller.
There you go.
So, maybe that answers the question. Next one is, it's from Mrs. Chief Engineer.
Mrs. Chief Engineer, hello.
Hello. He hasn't been getting up to no good drinking too much. He's only drinking pink water at the moment.
I think it's cranberry juice.
Yeah, really diluted. Don't worry about it. We all know the Harley potato sound What fruit or veg would you liken your car sounds to? So liken them to rather than like them to do, I suppose.
Ooh.
Tell you, celery.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that veg when you put it in the pan and it squeaks when you cook it. Does it sprouts?
You know, cabbage, like Savoy cabbage, maybe.
You know, when you put them in the pan and you mix them around and they squeak in the pan.
Mm.
It'd be like that.
Isn't that all the slugs going, no, get me out of here?
That's something dark.
Yeah.
What noise the fruit?
Because there's people out there that make pipes out of carrots and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah. In school, we did that with bits of trees, made little pipes.
Yeah.
Leeks. What
Leeks.
fruit or veg? Leek squeak. That's it.
squeak.
Leek squeak.
There we go.
So
Squeaky leeks.
squeaky leeks and squeaky cars because
See,
they haven't got enough
I had a conversation earlier
grease.
about how well, I won't get into trouble just in case, but how I hate going to weddings. And one of the reasons why I hate going to weddings is based around cheesy leeks. Now, that might be a story for in the future, but while we're on the subject of leeks, cheesy leeks. But fruit's quite silent, really, apart from coconuts, where you get the two shells and pretend to be horsey.
I suppose if you don't put a car together properly, it make that. That'd be like the gears meshing or.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Bananas don't make any noises. Well, maybe if you fall over them.
If you trip on a banana, accidentally land on one.
You'd probably make a noise then, yeah.
Potatoes. No, that's holly.
Yeah, we've already covered potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think leeks. I think the squeaking noise from the leek when you put them in the pan.
Yeah.
But we also had another question actually from Baby Chief Engineer.
Okay.
She wants to know. Where is it? She wants to know how, when you pull the trigger, how does the car move with no wire?
Magic.
There you go. I was going to say magic. Because there's no wire. How does it happen?
Yeah, you know, anything that you can't explain, magic. Magic or voodoo.
Yeah. Or Daddy's special.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy's special makes it happen.
There we go. So the next question is from an old friend of the channel, RFVCXR200R. This is a good one, which...
Okay.
In the restroom at work, the motion sensor soap dispenser sounds like the cat in Charlie Says. And when I play rock, paper, scissors with the motion sensor paper dispenser, if I throw rock, I lose every time. So, that's more of a statement than a question.
So the machine.
So the one
paper.
sensor goes, you know, which is obviously Charlie Says.
Yeah.
You know, like don't cross the road or don't take sweets from strangers. And if he's playing rock, paper, scissors with a towel dispenser.
Is it an automatic or
Well, yeah, because it'll always give out paper, won't it?
Paper towels.
So, you know, if you went scissors, you'd win.
Why?
But because it's always going to give paper.
Ah, right, I see.
You know, there's two interesting points from this, though, so thanks for bringing it up. Firstly, did you know that rock, paper, scissors is actually called Rochambeau?
Is it?
I found that out because one night when we went to Telford's Warehouse, which was a bar near where he used to live, there was a band playing and there was a guy doing the roadieing for the band who was adamant that he was in a band and his band was called Rochambeau. And he said, I bet you don't know what it means. And I said, you're right, I don't care. But he told me anyway, and he said it means rock, paper, scissors. The other interesting point of this statement is 2 weeks ago at work, I had a conversation with someone about the toilets, funnily enough. But they've got a motion sensor in there for the lights. And he was saying that it's very disconcerting when he was going in for a number 2 to be sat there and then all the lights go out.
No, right.
Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of doing number twos at work, you know. But anyway, I think the reason why he particularly does is because he's got a septic tank, so it's less for him to get, you know, empty the septic tank. So there is logic there. But I was suggesting to him what he should do is when he goes to the toilet, that he should take a pack of balloons in with him, and then when the lights go off, he blows a balloon and lets the balloon go. It'll go like that, and it'll trigger the light sensor.
That's a good idea.
You know.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think, does that answer something? Does that stay
what
something?
I want to know is how posh is your work if you've got automated paper towel dispensers?
Well,
Where do you work? In Tesla or something?
surely Tesla would have a better way than paper towels to dry your hands.
Will it be battery operated, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they've got one of those massive batteries that are run from coal power.
Yeah. Or they're mining them big holes in the earth.
That's it, yeah. Going to
Saving the planet, but we're digging it up
more
at the
locks.
same time.
That's it, more locks.
The Morlocks. I love that film. That's one of my favourite films.
Dry your hands with a Morlock.
The Time Machine.
The original's better than the new
I
one.
was just going to ask, do you prefer the original or the one with
Guy Pearce?
Guy Pearce.
Right, Guy Pearce. I like Guy Pearce as an actor. I've
He
got
is a good
nothing
actor.
personally against him. I think he does really good work for what he does, considering he started Neighbours. But the original's far better.
It is. The Morlocks are really
Yeah,
scary.
they are like, what on earth is going on here? And the Time Machine looks better, and
The house and the effects of the
yeah,
house.
this is it. It's got that weird
The
kind
mannequin
of
in the window.
yeah. That's a good yeah. It's like
I like.
classic films which kids today won't watch.
And they did proper stop animation for the special effects.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Guy Pearce,
Morlock.
Morlock. There we go. Right. Okay. So here's one.
My legs are wet. We were stood outside before,
Oh yeah, talking
And,
to someone having a bit of drama.
talking to a guy about stuff.
Yeah.
And
You know when someone just randomly starts talking to you and then just gives you too much information, and we think he's on the run from the police,
I think he definitely is.
but it's all right because he's got a 5 million startup or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know when you're standing somewhere and don't realise it's raining behind you, and then your pants get absolutely soaking wet on the back. That's what's happened. That's why I keep moving, because my legs are wet.
That's it. It's a bit like what is it? Splash.
Oh yeah,
You know,
with Terry Hatcher.
it's not Terry.
Not Terry Hatcher, Jerry Hill.
No, it's not
Not
Jerry
Jerry
Hill.
Hill.
It's
Winona Ryder.
it's not Winona Ryder. It's
Goldie Hawn.
No, if you stop just saying random women's names. It's
Wesley Snipes.
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah.
Knew I'd get there, yeah.
That's it.
And isn't it Guttenberg?
No,
No?
he's in Cocoon.
Oh,
It's
thanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks' name, if you take his initial, it's thanks.
It's okay.
Right, so here we go. This is a good question. And again, it's from Mergin, 1975. Dear Sirs,
Yeah.
some 30 years ago, I was standing in a model shop, staring at the frog. It wasn't the prettiest of cars, still isn't, especially with the boomerang standing next to it. But it was all I could afford and a little more. I was able to buy my first Tamiya buggy, and my best friend bought the boomerang. Remember that back then in the day, radio systems were about the same price as the cars. If Tamiya had opted for ball bearings in their kits, I would have not been able to buy the car. I have driven the Frog for more than 20 years with the plastic bearings, with hardly any maintenance before I got some proper ball bearings. Therefore, I want to make the blunt statement that plastic bushings are just fine for most junior drivers if this keeps the prices down. Anyway, I think that's all for now. Thanks for keeping us entertained.
Ooh, controversial.
Controversial, but I see his point.
I do.
I really do see the point there.
All I can say is you need to drive harder.
Well, I've been thinking about this for a few days, to be perfectly honest, because I saw that come up and I thought, you've got a point. Now, if we look at the economics of everything, if Tamiya were to order 1 billion ball bearings,
Plastic or metal?
metal now,
Metal.
let's go for just normal metal ones. If they ordered 1 billion of them, I'm sure they'd get them at a job lot rate.
Yeah.
Now, with the way how Tamiya operates, they don't really do much for advertising because chumps like us do the advertising. Yeah. So they've already been able to stop because they don't do those videos anymore of like them driving through the sand and stuff. So they've got manufacture and they've got shipping. I'm sure that somewhere, someone, like maybe Mr. Tamiya when he's on his yacht, could do with like, a couple of bottles of Shattered Earth de Pap less per year and give everyone metal ball bearings.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
It'd be interesting. Those machines?
What machines?
That they put on the mattress.
Decepticons.
That does that on the mattress.
Oh, like when you go into IKEA and it shows like someone sat in a chair.
To test the mattress.
Yeah.
The amount of times that some old jump up and down that mattress, and it goes like that for a year, maybe 100,000 times. It'd be interesting if they put plastic bearing next to a metal bearing. Can't really say plastic bearings, it's not there. And they evaluated how much stress each one takes or how much friction they take over an amount of time. It'd be interesting to see how it performs, the plastic versus the metal. But at the end of the day, if you've got a lunchbox and you put the plastic on, spin it, maybe go 20 times, put the metal on, they'll do 50 times. So you can see the difference there and the advantage. I suppose
one of the key things to remember, that the point with Tamiya versus things like WR Toys, not scratch what I said about WR Toys, but with Tamiya and certain RCs, Tamiya is hobby grade. So the point of it is so you can add to it.
Yeah.
You can then go out and buy the oil-filled shocks. You can then go out and buy aluminium arms. You can go out and fit a different motor to it. Whereas some of them, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, ready to run
stuff. But some of those also come with metal bearings. So, maybe Tamiya's got a secret second business that they make metal bearings. And because I heard the other day that there's 2 companies in the world that make all the glitter.
Wow.
And they're both in the same town.
Is it called Glitterberg?
No, but then that raises the question of what's glitter made out of, and it's
plastic, isn't it?
There's a big secret. How do you make glitter?
Cold plastic.
But how do you get it from coloured plastic to glitter?
Shred it.
Well,
finally shred it.
Big mystery about it.
There's someone who's sitting there with a cube of glitter and a cheese grater. Like that, all day long. And that's it. That's glitter. That's how glitter's made.
Okay.
So yeah, to answer your question, glitter.
Okay. Right.
Drive more.
Yeah. Right. A question that was asked recently. Okay. From Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Over the pond.
Over the pond, Brad. When are you both going to get the BBX and the MB01? Now, as a caveat to this, I replied, when we win the lottery. To which he replied, the MBO one is under $200, and in the UK, the BBX is under 250, and this is in the US. Do you want to pick this up?
Well, I do want one.
If you want to buy us them,
That'd be cool.
very
We'll send
kind.
you the address.
Yeah, very, very kind of you. Thank you very much, Brad. I'll expect it next month.
Yeah, the MBO one. I'll want for chassis. I'm not that keen on the shell, but I'll live with it. But the chassis itself,
I like the Abarth shell.
I really like. What I'd really like is Tamiya to do a classic mini shell to go on the MBO one. I think that'd be cool.
I'll tell you what I'd like.
Really like that.
If they did like, was it the original Countryman when the half of it was made of wood?
Oh yeah, the Woody. No, the Woody was Austin.
Oh, did I?
Was it Austin
I've no
who made the
idea.
Woody? But yeah,
From Toy Story.
but Mini did use wood, didn't they?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah. That would be good. Or I wouldn't mind if they did the old Fiat Cinquecento, the old 500 shell.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, that would be quite quirky.
Peugeot 205
Oh, God, no, not good. Did you know?
GTI.
The other day I heard this, again, it's just as by the by, that the reason why the Porsche 911 is called a Porsche 911 is because they wanted to call it the Porsche 901. But Peugeot own the rights on all cars names that start with like 10, 20, 30, 40, 57, and all the way up. So that's why Porsche were forced to call the 911 the 911 rather than the 901, because Peugeot own the rights to all
Numbers
zero.
after.
Yeah.
Wow, is that interesting?
So there we go. But what was I watching? I saw it on something anyway, so that's why that is.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm going to do is not feed the cats or the child for a month, and then I'm going to get the MBO one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't need to pay me gas bill. Yeah, the thing is, at the end of the day,
get one.
This is still hobby.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we've come all the way to Buxton in the rain.
Yeah.
Out of our own pockets. We're not getting any money. We're not being, it's not like this hotel has said, here, come and stay at our hotel and we'll give you a bit of discount and breakfast and stuff. We've still had to pay for this. We still had to take time off work to come and do these things. You've missed a kid's party, which I know you are devastated about.
Not the daughter's party, by the way.
Yeah.
A party.
A party that your daughter was attending.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I missed a barbecue.
Mm.
And apparently my son fell into a pond that's no longer a pond.
So it's a hole.
He
fell into a hole.
Fell into a hole.
Was the fish in it?
Well, if he did, he would have landed on him. But apparently he's all right.
Was an old chewed up tennis ball. Usually find one of them in an old pond.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. So that's why we haven't got these things on release. And again, a BBX, as we've discussed previously, I really want a BBX because it's right up my street, really, with what it is. But again, I
want the MBO one, but when time's right. But it might come to a point where I don't even get one because I've still got my eye on the MO8. That is the chassis that I really want next, the MO8. And again, with that chassis, I'd need to get a shell that complements it, and that I really like.
That's the end of the questions.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So that's questions that we've received. Wait,
yeah.
I thought we had more.
No, that's all the questions there are. what I am proposing we do at this point
Yeah.
is have a quick break.
Yeah.
I'll change the battery in the GoPro,
Yeah.
and we can then chat.
Waffle. There you go.
Okay. So
I thought we had more questions and
no,
we'll come back with some
nobody
interesting
cares.
stories.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So there we go. So let's have a break here, and we'll catch you after a word from our sponsors.
We'll have some messages from Binford and some Muzak.
Okay, yeah. So feel free, go and get yourself a brew. Right, we're back.
We're back.
I'm back.
Am I in?
Yeah, you're in.
I'm in. Cool.
So there is another question. So let's go to that question. You can entertain the crowd while I'm doing this if you want.
Right. Yeah, we've just been outside. Check the weather. It's still raining. Still. It's getting heavier. But whatever happens tomorrow, we are going out in the rain. We are filming in the rain.
And we saw that dodgy guy again, and I think he's got another victim. So
yeah, there might be something in the newspapers tomorrow.
Yeah, so this is our alibi, all right, guys.
Yeah, you're our witness.
So the other question is from Muzzy Rock RC. Do you guys have sand dunes near you? If so, love to see Lunchbox or some sand dune buggies ripping on them. And then there's an opportunity to do a video on how to clean said lunchboxes or buggies.
Yeah.
Stalactite.
We have got sand dunes close to us. We have got some really good sand dunes, but Tamiya aren't great on sand dunes. They're not.
Yeah, the problem that we seem to have is not only the angle, but also because it's soft sand.
Yeah.
Suppose I could always try the paddle tyres on something.
Yeah.
But you'd need to get that speed up, really.
Lunchboxes are good on the harder, wetter sand, but on the sand dune, they do struggle.
I suppose I could put the paddle tyres either on the sand sculpture where they came from, or maybe the what's it called?
That's the Beetle.
No, the blue and white one I've got.
Oh, the buggy.
Yeah, the buggy.
The wild thing.
The wild one.
Wild
one. Yeah. God,
we know our stuff.
Yeah. The leading authority on Tamiya.
RC is our middle name.
So yeah, we could always put the pad size on that, and they've both got BZ motors in them.
Yeah. The Conged, I think that'll do well. Conged did well on the beach until it got wet. Because I've got to say, Tamiya ESC, when they get wet, they're just knackered. Because I've got 2 Tamiya ESCs now that have died because of getting wet at the beach. So
if you want one, let us know.
Yeah, sold the scene. So yeah, I think from now on, any vehicle that I put near the sea on the beach will be using Hobbywing ESC.
Or a bag.
Or a bag.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well Lunchbox are doing a bin bag.
Give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go. But yeah, next time we're at the beach, we'll definitely.
Do you ever remember?
Have go on sand dunes.
A certain. I'm not going to name the event. I might bleep it out here.
Yeah.
There was this girl.
It was a rock night.
It was a rock night.
Local venue.
At a local venue. Yeah. And there's this girl, and she was wearing a very floaty, fairy princess sort of dress, circa Courtney Love. It was that kind of look she was going for.
Yeah.
and she spilt a pint of snake bite, which is lager, cider, and blackcurrant downer, ruining said dress. So she then found a black bin bag and spent the rest of the evening. She pulled it off.
Yeah.
You know, not
That's
literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. There's a story about a night in the bin bag.
Well, we used to call bin bags as kids and wear them at Halloween to be witches. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
So there we go.
Yeah. And funnily enough, my 5-year-old daughter actually made a bin bag dress last week. Yeah.
There we go, bin bags.
Yeah. We haven't got any bin bags with us, unfortunately.
No, but we might need them with this weather.
Yeah.
Oh,
tell you what, we've had ponchos.
God. Right.
I think tomorrow, me and you are wearing ponchos. Yeah.
I'm trying to desperately think what I've got that's waterproof, as in vehicle wise, because the MF-01X has got a Tamiya. You're seeing it. So that's my concern at the moment. In fact, everything that I've got has got a Tamiya ESC in it.
I've got a mixture of Carlson, Hobby Ring, and
because depending on how wet it is, we might just have to run some of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see what the weather does in the morning.
Yeah. But we are going to get some videos.
We'll need to.
But I don't think we're going to get that wet. The vehicles won't get that wet.
It just depends on how wet it is, because the moment it's bouncing off the floor out there.
Yeah.
Because you're going on your Holly Bobs.
I am next week going to South of France.
And
going to the
South of France.
Yeah, very close to the Swiss border. And it's in the 30s at the moment. I hate the heat, but it'll be great. Looking forward to
and then when you're back, we'll have another window to do more videos, hopefully, for a couple of weeks. Yeah. But it is also the summer holidays for schools, so that eats into the time. And then we've got September, which will soon be here, and then the beginning of the season of hate.
Yeah, and any shells that I've got 2 shells that I need to spray. I've got to get them sprayed soon before the weather turns. So I've got a couple of projects coming along. They need to be done. I actually purchased today paint for one of the projects, and I bought a Hobby Ring ESC as well. So that was good. So
there we go.
Yeah.
That is now the end of the questions.
Yeah.
There is another topic of conversation.
Yeah, I want to win. I want the prize.
Right, so the story is this. In Germany, you may or may not be aware, but if you're not aware, you should be aware, there's a gentleman with a channel called RC Birds. And he's got birds.
Yes.
But they're not RC.
No.
The irony.
It's cool.
It's cool. And it's a nice little channel.
Something different.
It's something nice, to watch. And we swap stickers. So if you're watching this because of him, great. But basically, the story is this. He hit 500 subscribers recently. And as a result, he gave away something on his channel. He gave away some RC Birds number plates.
The 110s,
yeah. So you can stick them, the RC so-and-so ones that I've got on the Beetle and something else I've got that on. So he was giving them away. Now, I said, well done for the 500, because it's no mean feat trying to get that many subscribers. Really, it's difficult.
It is. You've got to keep up with content.
You've got to keep up with content.
Editing new videos.
Quality. There's editing. And in fact, I'm just going to put a paperclip on this because I want to address something. There's a certain RC channel that proper riled me up because he very flippantly said, "Oh, you spend half a day making your videos and then you put them out." Maybe with his content, he spends half a day, but with what we do, it tends to take longer than that. So
it does take days.
It does take days, because obviously we've got to go out filming, and then editing is not a quick process, and then there's putting the videos together.
Travel.
There's all sorts of stuff that go into making videos.
Yeah.
So when he flippantly said it takes half a day, I scoffed. But anyway, we'll leave him alone. Now, back to RC Birds. He did his competition to win these number plates. We didn't win, by the way.
No.
But when he was giving these number plates away, he had a little timer, and it was an egg clock.
That's cool.
So there's a clock, which was an egg, and had a chicken in it. And when it got to 0, the chicken something. Yeah. So I made the comment, stuff your number plates. I want that egg clock.
The egg clock does sound really cool.
It is. It's something to be coveted.
Yeah.
So RC Birds dropped me an email. If you want to email me, you're more than welcome to. It's on the YouTube channel. If you're a Nigerian prince that's got some money.
We'd have to send in money first.
No, they've got all that. They've done the scams, so they've got loads of money now. So they can just send us.
Yeah. Cool.
So he dropped me an email, and he said, well, if we can assist in getting into 1,000 subscribers and maybe do some sort of video collaboration, he'll send us 2 egg clocks.
I want one.
I'm quite keen on this egg clock.
My man cave needs one of these.
So what we might have to do is make a video.
What, and go to Germany?
I'd go to Germany.
I'd love to go back to Germany.
Yeah. So we may have to go to Germany for an egg clock, or we might think of something. But as a caveat, to help us to our goal of getting egg clocks, we'd very much appreciate it if you go over and see him, subscribe to his channel, and say in the comments, give RC so-and-so 2 egg clocks. I don't know if he's going to supply egg clocks to everybody, but
maybe he's not got the time.
Moving on. So yeah, egg clock.
I'm not joking either.
It's very long, these trips.
Yeah.
So
it's a good crack.
God, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these egg jokes.
So I think of another one. Couldn't think of one.
Just get back in the shell.
But what? What we could do is when you say collaboration on video with him, can we do like a split screen kind of Zoom typey?
Possibly. Or we get a lunchbox and we cover it in feathers and it could be our own RC bird.
Yeah. I wish. Well, last time I was in Germany was Berlin a couple of years back, but I didn't know of RC Birds, so I couldn't really have met up with you. We're not going to Germany anytime soon, are we?
Will you be close with France?
I'll be pretty close. Yeah. There's an amazing festival in France called Wacken, in Germany, called Wacken, that I've been to a couple of times. And if you go to Hamburg, go to Reeperbahn, and then get the train, and then you go up to Wacken Festival. It's like death metal festival in middle of nowhere. It's amazing. Yeah.
I like Germany. It's like one of my favourite programs is Halfway December.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like Halfway December. The first few first 2 series, when it started going further afield, and after
the last series,
after Wayne died, it's like
the last series is not good.
No. So egg clocks, please.
I'd love an egg clock. How big are they?
They're like kitchen timer things. Sizes and material though.
What type of birds are them?
Chicken. don't want to get involved in any of these exotic birds things.
Yeah, it'd be weird if like pterodactyl jumped out at you.
Or dragon.
Or dragon.
You know. Is there any other business?
If there's anything you'd want to see on the RC So-and-So channel, what would it be? You let us know. Whether it be a destination, a car, a theme, anything.
Yeah,
you viewers want to see on RC So-and-So. What do you think would, you know?
I've said it before though, it's like the channel is much for the people to watch as much for us to make things.
Yeah, enjoy doing it. So what would you want to see on RC So-and-So?
Yeah.
What do you want us to do next?
It's like, you know, we're keen to do things, and, you know, at the end of the day, we are very Tamiya heavy, you know, and I think there's a lot of things that we can do with Tamiyas that people don't expect us to do with them.
I'm happy to cut things up and stick things to them and do stuff. It's not a problem. If you've got an idea of something to do with a Tamiya that might be crazy.
If you've ever thought of a really good idea but not known the idiots to do it, that's the kind of stuff that we need to know.
If you want me to customise or break or improve a Tamiya in some way, I've got a workshop full of stuff.
Yeah, it has. I would like to try, but I don't know how difficult it would be, to launch a lunchbox like a glider.
That can be done. We know of a cliff.
We know of a cliff, yeah. We would have to, you know, like proper Red Bull. What's it? What do you call it? Not
Red Bull challenge.
Yeah, they do that one where people are going to make themselves fly off the things. There's a name for it, I can't remember what it is. But if we made wings at enough span and get enough speed. And
I do actually make airplanes for a living, so I think I could knock up their wings.
You know, so maybe.
Yeah. Well, we could do that.
You know,
I'm happy to destroy my lunchbox in this pursuit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me. I know there'd be people who'd be crying and cringing. Should be on the shelf, not thrown off a cliff. I'm happy to throw it off a cliff.
How high do the rocket kits go?
100 foot, maybe more.
Because I was just wondering about trying to launch.
What if? You tell us if you'd like us to do this. What if we knocked up some wings and strapped a rocket to the lunchbox and threw it off a cliff?
Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, we could try.
We actually looked at a rocket today.
Funnily enough, I was looking and very keen on this rocket that I saw.
What if we got that rocket, strapped it to the lunchbox and threw it off a cliff with wings? I'd love to do that. And I've got a cheap knockoff GoPro. GUI cam, as we call it. We can put that inside the lunchbox to film.
Jesus. Well, any other religious deity.
We could do that. Throw it off cliff with a rocket strapped to it.
Well, yeah, if that's the kind of thing you want to see, or, you know, just painting it green instead of yellow, you know.
That's not much fun, is it?
I don't know, do I?
So, yeah, as long as we can recover the memory card. For the footage. We can film from underneath anyway.
Can we make a black box?
A black box. Yeah. What was the song by Black Box?
Whoa! That one.
Yeah. The more we talk about this, the more I like it.
Okay, so if there's any other ideas apart from launching a lunchbox off a cliff with a rocket and wings,
Yeah.
we're keen. You know, it's like I know we've done quite a few beach videos recently, but it's mainly because of the weather and where we end up. We do a hell of a lot of scouting for locations.
We drive and drive and drive.
And, you know, we try and find somewhere good to take the cars, and it's quite difficult. So if you know of an area or you know of somewhere interesting that, you know, would be good for cars, again, let us know.
Yeah.
You know, or if you have a venue, like if you're a nightclub person or in charge of a ballroom or a hotel or an interesting factory or a shopping precinct or market,
an indoor market,
yeah. Or if you're a manager of a Sainsbury's, reach out to us. We want to do some filming inside these types of places.
Yeah. So give us a shout and we'll travel. We'll come to you.
We'll come and we will film and we will try and not damage anything.
We wouldn't damage anything.
No.
And we promote.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We promote to within a degree. We're not going to sell out.
Yeah. We go, come to Specsavers.
Yeah,
it's great.
Or other glasses manufacturers are available.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, if you've got an interesting location, basically what we're saying is please let us know.
Yeah. Abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
Maybe you used it for raves in the 90s and it's been empty since.
An abandoned kind of carnival would be perfect.
That would be perfect.
You know, some disused doll factory. If you think about where the Joker in Gotham had its lairs, that would be proper up our street, I reckon.
Disused, abandoned funeral home, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Not at night though, because it'd be too scary.
Funnily enough, our friend who we're supposed to be on a night out with tonight because it's his birthday, but he isn't here because he's apparently had to
sell out
work.
Yeah.
Funny he's had to work when there's an emo night going on somewhere. But he used to love. He used to live even above a funeral director's for a bit, and it was so cold. It was one of the coldest flats I've ever been in. You know. Yeah. So there we go. So there's a little thing about more trees, but only in a good taste way. But yeah, we're always looking for places to go and film, but it's always difficult to find somewhere that's ideal.
Yeah. It's hard for locations.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think so. We've had a good chat.
We've had a chat. We brought you up to speed. We hit 1,500 subscribers the other day,
which is amazing.
Thank you. You know, it's amazing. It's brilliant. Just what we need. We're on track for hitting the 1 million by about 22:43. You know,
3010. I thought
maybe, yeah. Well, we'll keep, you know, plugging away until we hit that 1 million.
But we're not doing it for that, though. We're doing it because we enjoy it.
Yeah, and for the 1 million.
Yeah. It's a hobby.
It is a hobby. We're glad that we can enjoy it with you. And this is why we're saying take part, speak to us. You know, we are human-ish. We're always up for doing stuff. We're always happy to have these chats. Maybe we'll do another. I tell you what we'll do. We'll say now, why don't we have an RC So-and-so Christmas party?
That's a great idea.
You know, because that'll be quite nicely keeled. We'll do it in December. I don't know what we'll do yet. We'll have some sherry.
Yeah, sherry's good.
We'll have some sherry. We'll have some Christmas decks.
Nibbles.
You can wear one of those paper hats. I'm not going to.
I've got a t-shirt with an elf.
I've got a couple of Die Hard themed Christmas jumpers.
Oh, we've got me National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. T-shirt.
Yeah, there we go.
My favourite Christmas film.
Mine's Die Hard. But it was the other day, what was it? The other day someone said to me that Rambo is actually a Christmas film as well.
Yeah, because they've got a Christmas tree in the police station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it opens up the eyes to what isn't a Christmas film.
It does.
Mm.
I love Christmas films. There's Christmas in July now as well. The films start next week.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. I love the cheap, cheesy Hallmark Channel Christmas films.
Stand it.
They're brilliant. And there's only one female actress, and she's in every film. Every film.
Is it Daryl Hannah?
No.
Anyway.
Belushi. I don't know.
Mm. Is it Meg Ryan?
Meg Ryan. No, it's the one who looks like Meg Ryan. The cheap version of Meg Ryan.
A cheap version of Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
No.
If we remember, we'll
get back to you.
Put a picture here or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this bit of a chat. I know it's been a bit just waffly and a bit directionless.
Yeah.
Answered a couple of questions. Just recapping, Buxton's a very wet place to go. Hopefully,
it's been a good day then.
It's been a lot.
We've had an adventure, we've had drinks,
we've had
food.
We had Mexican food.
Had a burrito the size of a brick.
He's still got his because he brought it in a doggy bag.
Couldn't eat it.
I had salt and pepper squid, which was delightful.
Oh, I ate fish food.
And yeah, so if you see a load of wet videos with this nestled in the middle of it, you know then we've got away with making some videos. I'm also trying to make a bit of a behind the scenes video for this, but again, I don't think we've got enough footage as yet. Well, who knows? I might be able to cobble something together.
Yeah.
Friday videos will still go out as normal. Maybe I'll try and sneak in the odd Tuesday video as well. Because according to some people, it takes half a day to bash these out. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. As ever, send any questions to us.
Yeah.
You know, follow us on, Twitter, Threads, Instagrams, YouTubes, TikTok. You know, we cover everything. You know,
I'm not doing a TikTok dancer.
Just because you've got no rhythm.
I've got rhythm.
I think I'll prove
Yeah,
it.
I've got rhythm.
Prove it.
Well,
Anyway.
if my back allows.
Yeah. So anyway, follow us on something, say hello, drop us an email, do whatever you want to do. It's your life, not ours.
Yeah. Tell us what you want to see.
Happy RCing.
So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.